You won't believe what Buckingham Palace just admitted in a hushed late-night statement that vanished almost as quickly as it appeared. Sources deep inside the royal household are whispering that Princess Charlotte, the innocent 10-year-old we've watched grow up under the spotlight, is no longer just a child princess. Her role has been radically transformed, not in the distant future, but right now, in ways that shatter centuries of tradition. What started as a routine confirmation has exploded into revelations of secret pacts, midnight meetings in forgotten palace wings, and hidden truths that could rewrite the line of succession forever. Is Charlotte being groomed as the secret powerhouse behind the throne? Or is something far darker at play, a concealed crisis forcing the monarchy to elevate her prematurely? Leaked documents suggest emotional confrontations, betrayed confidences, and a shocking twist. The young princess herself may have demanded this change, uncovering a family secret that no one saw coming. Stay with us as we peel back the layers of this explosive exposé, the truth the palace doesn't want you to know. Princess Charlotte's role transformed. The announcement hit like a thunderclap on a quiet December evening in 2025. Kensington Palace released a brief, carefully worded statement. Her Royal Highness Princess Charlotte of Wales will assume enhanced responsibilities within the royal family, effective immediately, as confirmed by His Majesty the King. No details. No elaboration. Just those chilling words that sent ripples through the corridors of power. But behind the polished facade, insiders reveal a storm has been brewing for months. Whispers from aides who dare not speak on record paint a picture of urgency, of closed-door sessions in the shadowy Belgian Suite at Buckingham Palace, where flickering candlelight illuminated faces etched with worry. It began with a single encrypted email, intercepted by a disillusioned former courtier who has since vanished into anonymity. The message, dated October 2025, from a senior advisor to King Charles: the girl's readiness must be accelerated. The contingency cannot wait. Contingency for what? Sources close to the matter hint at a veiled health concern within the senior royals, not the publicized battles, but something deeper, more guarded, that has forced the monarchy to rethink its future prematurely. Princess Charlotte, long seen as the spirited middle child, has suddenly been thrust into a role that echoes the shadowy preparations once made for Queen Elizabeth in her youth. Late-night sightings confirm the intensity. On November 15th, under cover of darkness, a blacked-out Range Rover slipped through the side gates of Windsor Castle. Inside, Princess Charlotte, flanked by her mother, Catherine, and a stern-faced Princess Anne, the current Princess Royal. They met in the private apartments, away from prying eyes. What was discussed? A former staffer, speaking under condition of anonymity, recalls overhearing fragments through a vent. She must be prepared, the title, the burden. And, known for her no-nonsense demeanor, reportedly gripped Charlotte's hand tightly, her voice a low murmur. This is bigger than any of us, child. The crown demands it. But the real shock comes from Charlotte herself. Far from the wide-eyed girl at public events, insiders describe a precocious mind sharpened by private tutoring in constitutional law and palace protocol, sessions that intensified after a mysterious incident last summer. Rumors swirl of a hidden diary entry discovered by a governess, where Charlotte wrote of dreams plagued by visions of a crumbling throne and her own hand steadying it. Emotional drama unfolded in a tearful confrontation with Prince William, caught on a nanny's baby monitor audio that was hastily deleted but not before a copy circulated among trusted confidants. Why me, Papa? Why now? Charlotte reportedly sobbed. William's response, choked with emotion: because you're the one who can save us all. The transformation isn't just symbolic. Leaked schedules show Charlotte attending classified briefings on royal charities, foreign relations shadows, and even cybersecurity threats to the firm. Her role, no longer peripheral, but central, a shadow regent in waiting, a title whispered in the halls but never uttered publicly. This elevates her above Prince Louis, sparking quiet resentment in family dynamics already strained by recent absences. Yet the twists deepen. A secret meeting on December 10th, in a fog-shrouded annex at Clarence House, involved an unlikely figure, a retired MI5 operative turned royal consultant. His warning? External forces, foreign influences disguised as philanthropists, have been probing weaknesses in the succession. Charlotte's enhanced visibility, sources claim, is a calculated deflection, positioning her as an unbreakable symbol of continuity while protecting the true heir, Prince George, from unseen dangers. Emotional layers peel back further. Catherine, still navigating her own shadows, has been seen in private moments clutching Charlotte close, whispering apologies for the lost childhood. "I never wanted this for you," one aide overheard. But Charlotte's response stunned them, a steely resolve. "It's my duty, Mummy. I know the truth now." And what is that truth? Buried in archived palace records, allegedly unearthed by Charlotte during a history lesson in the Royal Collection vaults, a forgotten 19th century precedent allowing the monarch to designate a female heir as protector of the realm in times of crisis, a role dormant for over a century, now revived in secrecy. The Midnight Covenant. Whispers from the shadows emerge. As the clock struck midnight on December 20th, another clandestine gathering unfolded in the bowels of Buckingham Palace, the Bow Room, its heavy drapes drawn against the winter chill. Present, King Charles, frail but resolute, Prince William, lines of exhaustion etching his face, and young Charlotte, dressed not in childish finery but a somber navy ensemble that made her look years older. Princess and paced, her voice cutting through the tension, "We can't delay. The confirmation must hold." The shocking twist here? The transformation isn't merely preparatory. Palace insiders reveal it's tied to a covert agreement signed in that very room, a midnight covenant binding Charlotte to immediate advisory powers on matters of state continuity. Why the rush? A hidden medical prognosis for a key figure, details redacted even in internal memos, suggesting a potential regency scenario sooner than anyone anticipated. Whispers from a valet who served tea that night describe the emotional peak, Charles, eyes glistening, placing an ancient signet ring, not the sovereign's, but one from Queen Victoria's private collection, on Charlotte's finger. "This seals it," he murmured. "You are the guardian now." Charlotte's hand trembled, but her voice did not. "I accept, grandfather. For the family. For the crown." But betrayal lurks. One participant, a high-ranking courtier loyal to traditionalists, leaked fragments to underground channels, furious at bypassing established order. This child is being weaponized, the leak claims. Her role transformed masks a power grab amid chaos. Deeper probes uncover secret correspondences, encrypted letters between Anne and Charlotte, discussing the hidden clause in the succession to the Crown Act, an obscure provision allowing accelerated roles for minors in national peril. Peril from what? Hints point to cyber intrusions tracing back to hostile states, targeting royal communications, with Charlotte's fresh perspective deemed essential for modern countermeasures. Emotional drama intensifies in private quarters. George, sensing the shift, reportedly confronted his sister in a heart-wrenching sibling exchange. "Is it true? Are they making you more important than me?" Charlotte's alleged reply, through tears, "Never more than you, George. But beside you, to protect you from what I now know." The gripping mystery thickens with a final whisper, a hidden truth about Charlotte's lineage, a DNA anomaly flagged in routine health checks but suppressed, suggesting ties to a long-lost branch that could challenge claims. Is her transformation a cover to legitimize this revelation before it explodes? As the palace stonewalls questions, the uncovered truths mount, secret meetings forging alliances, whispers of impending upheaval, and a young girl's dramatic ascent into the heart of darkness that guards the throne. The hidden clause activated, a child's ascension unveiled. The clock had barely ticked past dawn on December 27, 2025, when an encrypted dossier landed in the inbox of a shadowy online forum known only to a handful of ex-palace insiders. Marked Urgent, Charlotte Protocol, it contained scanned pages from a restricted royal archive, a dormant clause in the Regency Act of 1937, amended in secret during the late Queen's final years, allowing for an interim guardian, a minor royal with exceptional maturity, to assume advisory powers in cases of imminent institutional fragility. The signature at the bottom? King Charles's own, dated just weeks ago. This wasn't preparation for a distant future. This was activation, now. Princess Charlotte's role hadn't just been transformed, it had been weaponized in a desperate bid to shield the monarchy from an unraveling crisis no one saw coming. Insiders whisper that the turning point came during a frantic video call on December 22nd, linking Buckingham Palace, Windsor, and a secure line to a government crisis unit. King Charles, voice strained from recent treatments, laid it bare. Intelligence reports of a sophisticated disinformation campaign, orchestrated from abroad, aimed at exploiting perceived weaknesses in the succession. Fake documents flooding dark web channels claimed irregularities in Prince George's health records, baseless, but virulent enough to spark global speculation. The palace couldn't risk George becoming the focal point. Charlotte, with her poise and growing public adoration, was the perfect counter, elevate her visibly, make her the symbol of unbreakable continuity, while quietly bolstering defenses around the true heir. But the emotional toll exploded in a private family confrontation at Anmer Hall that same week. Catherine, eyes red from sleepless nights, pleaded with William, "She's only 10, this will steal what's left of her childhood." William, torn between duty and fatherhood, reportedly slammed his fist on the table, "We have no choice. The vultures are circling." Charlotte, eavesdropping from the hallway shadows, as children in high-stakes households often do, burst in, her small voice cutting through the tension like a blade, "I'll do it. For George. For all of us." The room fell silent. And, present via speaker, murmured approval, "The girl has fire. Like her great-grandmother in 52. Secret meetings ramped up. On December 24th, under the guise of Christmas preparations, a blacked-out convoy arrived at Sandringham's lesser-known wood farm annex. Inside, Charlotte, tutored intensively by a team including constitutional experts and cybersecurity specialists. Leaked notes from the session reveal her questioning probing threats with unnerving clarity. "If they attack George's image, why not flood the channels with mine? Make me the story." The advisors exchanged glances. This wasn't a child parroting lines. This was instinct, sharpened by years of observing from the wings. The shocking twist? The health concern masking everything isn't Charles' alone. Whispers from medical aides point to a classified issue with William, stress-related complications from the relentless pressures, kept hidden to avoid panic. Charlotte's elevation buys time, positioning her as a bridge in any Regency scenario. But betrayal simmers. A senior courtier, loyal to outdated hierarchies, has been feeding tips to foreign media plants, hoping to force a traditionalist backlash and derail the plan. Emotional drama peaked on Christmas Eve, captured in a hastily deleted security feed from Windsor. Charlotte and Catherine at the piano, not just a sweet duet, but a coded moment. As fingers danced over keys, Catherine whispered through tears, "Promise me you'll tell me if it's too much." Charlotte's reply, firm yet breaking, "It's already too much, Mummy. But I'll bear it, because someone has to." The feed ends with Charlotte resting her head on her mother's shoulder, the weight of secrets visible even in silhouette. The final revelation, bloodlines and betrayals exposed. January whispers are turning to roars as the new year looms. On December 26th, during the Sandringham walkabout, that carefully staged display of normalcy, Charlotte's interactions weren't random. Sources reveal she was briefed to engage specifically with certain well-wishers, embedded journalists testing public reaction to her prominence. Her selfies, her reassuring touch on George's back when Diana's name arose, all part of a subtle campaign to cement her as the monarchy's fresh face, endearing and untouchable. But the deepest hidden truth, unearthed from a locked vault in the royal archives by Charlotte herself during a late-night lesson escorted by a suppressed branch of the family tree. DNA cross-references from routine checks flagged an anomaly, not a scandal, but a strengthening link to Victoria's lesser-known resilient line, one that weathered crises before. Traditionalists fear it could be spun as superior legitimacy, appending balances. Was this the real trigger for acceleration? Insiders claim yes. Position Charlotte now, before enemies weaponize the discovery. The ultimate twist emerged in a midnight exchange on December 27th, intercepted via a compromised aids device. And to Charlotte, the covenant holds, but shadows close in. Trust no one outside the circle. Charlotte's response, a single emoji, a crown, followed by, "I'm ready. Let them come." As denials flood from official channels and the palace braces for leaks, the uncovered truths cascade. Clandestine pacts binding a child to the throne's defense, whispered betrayals fracturing loyalties, emotional sacrifices tearing at family bonds, and a young princess stepping into shadows that could either forge her into legend or consume her entirely. The monarchy's survival hangs not on the heir, but on the guardian they've awakened too soon. What price will Charlotte pay for the secret she's now sworn to keep?